Good morning, everyone. I am a couple minutes early, so we're going to give it until probably 8:01 or 8:02 Pacific Standard Time. Not sure where you're calling in from. As we get connected, there's a little bit of a lag on the Facebook, so just going to go ahead and wait for a few folks to come on and wait until I can see myself streaming on Facebook. And as you join, just go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me where you're from, what your name is. It's pretty early for me, 8 a.m. on a Saturday, but I got a full day today, so thought we'd play with divine energy nice and early, get the day started off right. Hi, Shonda. I have family in Kansas. I cannot wait to go back and visit. We're still lagging on the Facebook page. Let me refresh it. Okay, we are live on both. Going to give it just a few minutes to allow folks to join. Good morning, Bree, my beautiful bestie. So happy to see you. Yeah, Kansas is nice. It's pretty interesting though, whenever I get off the plane, since I'm from California, we don't have a lot of humidity. When it's hot, it's kind of more dry. So every time I go to Kansas and I get off the plane, that humidity just like hits me like a brick wall. But I really want to go for fall one time because I've never been there during the fall. I've only done summer or winter. And I get jealous of all their pumpkin patch pictures and all the trees changing colors. It's so beautiful. Hi, Mary from Maryland. Or May, I'm so sorry. How's everyone feeling today? So we have some East Coast time frame. We got some West Coast and some right in the middle. So I have been up since 6 in the morning having to get ready because right after this, we got to go to basketball. Then I have a hair appointment. Then we have my stepdad's birthday today. So it's going to be a good day to start off connecting to the Akashic Records. I always feel great afterwards. We'll just give it 2 more minutes before we get started. And if we have a small group today, you guys are going to get some extra attention. So that's good. Drinking my first coffee of the day. Eileen, how are you, my friends? I caught a little bit of your session and you did so good. I was so happy to see my fellow eagle, golden eagle. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right. 1 more minute. Yeah, I love Love Fest too, Shonda. I really wanted to come out here like a WWF star and have like some big blaring music in the background and be like, "Good morning, Love Fest." But it's early. So plus I didn't have time to find the proper song, so, But I did have a dream that I should do something like that. Oh, I'm already getting hot, which means I am connected. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. And when folks join, they can catch up. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I have been working on this kind of stuff for years. did not come naturally to me, but I really think that anybody could be intuitive, or relay messages. Hi, Carolyn. I love you so much. Carolyn is like the sweetest person I've ever met in my life, by the way. So much love, Carolyn. You threw me off because I just got overwhelmed for a second. But basically, I've been doing this for a long time. I When I was in my early 20s, I used to just know things and I didn't know how to explain it. But I had a grandmother who used to dream things and they would come true. So I kind of used to lie and say, like, I know it because I dreamt it, right? But I just knew, and it would be very specific things. And I just couldn't explain it. And so throughout my life, I've been called back and called back and called back. And I kind of got into the Akashic Records in a weird way. I knew I needed something in my life to help me find the answers I was looking for. I knew that there was something that was just calling out to me. Like I felt like I needed to do something and I was running out of time, if that makes any sense. And not in like a morbid way either, just like there's something I'm supposed to be doing. Like maybe I'm not living my purpose or I don't know what's going on. So I'm in Barnes and Noble and I'm like looking through the spiritual book section, and this book actually flew off the shelf. Like it came out and like landed on the floor. And it's called How to Read the Akashic Records by Linda Howe. Really good book. I started reading it and it freaked me out because I thought I was not spiritually advanced enough to start reading the Akashic Records. And I actually shut it and put it back on my shelf for about a year. And in the meantime, I started getting all of these advertisements on Facebook and other places to actually learn how to read the Akashic Records, during, like officially, like for yourself, right? So I did that and I was so surprised at how easy it was and how different from my conception the feeling of being in the records was, right? So I had looked up some stuff online and was told that the Akashic Records are this like magical library, and you go and you see the librarian and you check out the book of your life and then you sit down and you can read it and figure everything out. Um that may be true for some people. Maybe when they open it, they have some sort of visceral experience like that. But for me, when I open the Akashic Records, I literally just get like a twitch in one of my eyes. And if I open more than one record, then the other eye might like lift a little bit. So it's a very subtle shift, when you're actually going inside, because the Akashic Records are actually an energetic field. It's kind of like you're going up into another energy level, and they basically are an energetic field that contains all the information of your soul from the day your soul separated from the divine until where you are now. Every thought, every deed, every action, everything that we've ever done on earth and in heaven or on the other side, whatever you guys call it, can be recorded in the Akashic Records. So we can use the Akashic Records for several different reasons. We can get information, we can heal things. I'm going to read from a list of some of the stuff that I've done in my past because I kind of document as new cool stuff comes up. So we've done past life regressions, tons of those, lots of timeline healings around past life as well. We can do chakra balancing and healing, balancing of the body. So your spiritual body, mental body, emotional body, physical body, inner child. There's more. Um, One thing that has been coming up a lot lately actually is soul and ancestral lineage pattern healing. So sometimes our family before us on earth has gone through things that can affect our life today that is energy that is not ours. So I do a lot of like removing that. And also sometimes there's little pieces and fragments of our soul, that can get stuck in previous timelines or in other dimensions based on some trauma that we faced there. So I do help people kind of call back all their energy, cleansed and refreshed, and you work with the archangels to assist in that and those kind of things. Um, I've also done entity and dark force removals. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I have and I can. We can remove any kind of loops, contracts, oaths, vows, and agreements. Sometimes I found that money problems come from taking an oath of poverty, for example, in a previous life, that still impact us today. So, we can do lots of things. I never really know what's going to happen or what your masters, teachers, and loved ones, aka your guides, are going to want us to do. So when I was preparing for today, I was like, all right, what are we going to talk about? Like, let me have this whole outline because I'm a Virgo. I like things very structured and I like to have like PowerPoints. I'm all about that. But they basically told me we're going to have you open the records and we're just going to do like you would with an individual client, and we're just going to go with the flow of the energy. We're going to see what comes up. We're going to see what the people who join need to hear today, and that's what we're going to do. So let me see how many folks we have on. I might just do a little bit more background to give people time to join. Carolyn, Lynn's another sweetheart. Hey, Lynn. Okay. Let me just check in really quick. So just to let you guys know, when I do a group Akashic Record reading, it's a little bit different than the individual. So I open my Akashic Records and then I open the Akashic Records of the group. If you were to have an individual reading, then I would ask your permission to open your individual Akashic records. And we might even talk about, what's going on with you, like what are your intentions of this Akashic record reading. When you do that, let's say you say I'm having money problems, for example. Then I set the intention to go to the part of your Akashic records that could give us insight into why you're having those money problems, for example. And then we can get some more detailed information. If you kind of really don't have anything specific, then I just go in and we see, do your guides have a message for you, or do you have a question that you want to ask me? And we can kind of try to go from there. But there's Akashic records for everything. And I've never actually been allowed to do any of this, but if any of you are interested, I just wanted to let you know. Um, anything has an Akashic record. So pets have an Akashic record. You do have to ask their permission and like kind of intuitively get whether they're telling you yes or no. Places, houses. So you can get a reading on your house if you own it, or if you have the permission of the owner, and you can see what the history of the house is. If there's any bad energy that needs to be removed. Pretty much anything. Like, I bet you my coffee cup has an Akashic record where I can figure out like the history and I love this cup. So I tell it every morning I'm grateful for it because it keeps everything so hot or so cold. So yeah, that's a little bit about the Akashic records. I did, take some very expensive classes to learn how to do it. But again, this book you could get on Amazon for about, I think it was either $7 or $12. I can't remember. And also, if you're going to continue to go through Love Fest, one of the previous AAA graduates, Amber Meyer, she's actually going to be streaming on Tuesday, the 15th at 1 p.m. And she actually teaches the Akashic Records. She's a really cool chick. I had a reading with her before and it was so spot on. So check that out on Tuesday if you're interested in actually how to read the Akashic Records. So plan for today is I already have the group session open. I'm already kind of getting some stuff, so I'm going to start scribbling to see what comes out. And then we will see what the masters, teachers, and loved ones want us to do. And then if we have time, I'm going to do some individual card pulls. And it looks like we don't have a ton of people on, so we should be able to get to everybody. Okay. So give me just a moment to check in and make some space for myself. Ooh, you guys have some strong energy in this group. I am like feeling all of the positive vibes. It's kind of overwhelming. I love it. Okay. So actually getting a recommendation to have everybody stand up if you can. If you're physically not able to stand up, you can go ahead and remain sitting down and just make sure that your feet are planted to the ground. And then I'm not going to stand up, or you're going to get a camera full of boob, and you have to pay my OnlyFans for that to see that. So I'm just kidding. So everybody stand up. Oh, Mint, that's so great to see you. Okay. All right. So go ahead and stand up. And I'm hearing that a lot of us, when we breathe in, we don't breathe in all the way through our whole body to oxygenate every single cell. That us as humans, sometimes we just don't take the time to just breathe fully enough. So, what they're asking us to do is when we breathe in through our nose, just imagine that you're surrounded in a protective bubble of the holiest light. And that light may be white or gold or whatever color feels comfortable for you. And this bubble extends around you 6 feet in all directions, above, below, to the north, south, east, and west. And when you breathe in, you're actually sucking that light of the divine in through your nose. And you want to breathe down into your feet. Suck that air all the way up through your nose, all the way to your feet. And then when you exhale, go ahead and exhale every single bit of that breath till you cannot exhale anymore. And we're going to do that 3 times. That are stuck in other places. A little exercise of just cleansing and clearing our energy, not only where we are right now, but anywhere it may be. And then we're going to recall that energy to ourselves and reclaim our power. Okay. So first, I'm calling on Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. And they are going to come in and just surround you with healing and love and protection, and all of their angel helpers that are in their legions of angels. And they're going to come in and, oh, hey, Archangel Raphael, he's coming in too. He wants to come in and provide healing. And this healing feeling, it feels like it's covered in immense grief. And it feels like this grief is not ours to hold. This grief comes from our ancestors. And I'm hearing that some of our ancestors have had even harder lives than we could even imagine, and we could ever possibly imagine. But they made it through, and they gave their strength to us. And so hold that strength in your heart. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. We got some strong ancestors in this group. Whew. So that pain, it can get encoded into our DNA. It can be left in other timelines from past life experiences that we may have had. You may have just had something really insignificant happen to you as a child that you didn't even think was going to be a big deal, but some of your energy got left in that traumatic scene. So, whatever comes up for you right now, maybe what they want to help you heal. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to ask Archangel Michael to just come in and cut the energetic cords that bind us to any energy that is not ours, any energy that no longer serves us, any energy that is not for our highest and greatest good. And Archangel Michael, he always likes to make me laugh. He's taken this big vacuum. It's like a giant vacuum, like you would see on Spaceballs or something with the giant hair dryer. And he's just sucking up just all of this stagnant energy, all of the energy that is left in other places and timelines and dimensions. Every fragment of our soul is being cleansed of all stagnant energy, of everything that no longer serves us. And Metatron is holding space for us right now, and he is surrounding us with the Metatron's cube. And he's facing it into a horizontal position to where Metatron's cube is going to come up above your head into your upper chakras and just travel all the way down through your crown, through your third eye, through your throat, through your shoulders, down your arms, your heart, your solar plexus, down, down, down to your sacral and your root. I'm just going to continue all the way down through your body and just infusing you with sacred geometry, filling in all of the holes with love and light for anything that we removed. And then Archangel Raphael is coming and he's surrounding you with millions of healing angels. And I want you to sense, feel, or imagine that this green, beautiful healing light just surrounds you in that bubble. And it heals every single aspect of your soul, every inch of your energy, every molecule, every fiber, every cell in your body. Just asking me to direct some of my energy that they're sending through me, angelic energy your way. And now, this is the important part. If you can stand, if you haven't, it's okay. You can just have your feet planted on the ground. What I want you to do is physically lift your arms up or your hands like you're in the receiving position with your hands open, ready to receive energy. And now that we're nice and clear and cleansed and refreshed across all timelines, portals, space, dimensions, seen and unseen, known and unknown, we're going to call our energy back from everywhere. So I like to imagine that I'm using my hands kind of like sucking the energy back to me through my fingers. And you can say out loud or in your head, I call back all aspects of my soul and all of my energy from every timeline, from all space, all portals, all dimensions, seen and unseen, known and unknown. And after you do that, put your hands on your heart and touch your heart chakra. And they said, a powerful affirmation for the rest of the day is going to be, and they want us to say it right now 3 times in a row, whether out loud or internally. I am my full essence. I am my full essence. I am my full essence. Now they're recommending that we take our hands and we're going to say another mantra while we touch certain parts of our body. So, first, we're going to touch our heart and say, I am whole heart. Next, we're going to touch right underneath our solar plexus and say, I am whole soul. Then we're going to touch our third eye and say, I am whole brain. So, here we go. I am whole heart. I am whole soul. I am whole brain. I am whole heart. I am whole soul. I am whole brain. And then we're going to put our hands back in the receiving position. And we're going to make sure our feet are planted firmly on the ground. And I want you to sense, feel, or imagine that you have roots growing out of your feet, just like a tree, and also a big trunk growing out of the base of your spine, your grounding cord. And we're going to send those roots and we're going to send that tree trunk all the way down through all the layers of the earth until we get to the heart center of Pachamama, our beautiful mother, Mother Earth, Gaia, whatever name you call her. And then we're going to send some hand roots up from our receiving position. So sense, feel, or imagine that you have roots like a tree growing up from your hands. And these are just going to skyrocket up and connect with Father Sky and go up even higher and connect all the way to Creator of all that is. And you are connected from above as below. And I'm getting a message from Jophiel. Thank you, Jophiel, Jophiel, Jophiel. She's coming in and she wants you to know that the creator of all that is has felt your connection. And he is sending all of his powerful love, just pure, overwhelming, unconditional love down through your hand roots. And that love is going to infuse every cell of your body, every single morsel of your space, and it's going to expand into that 6 feet around you in all directions. And I am also here with Gaia Pachamama, and she is sending her love and her support up through your roots, up through the bottom of your feet, and up through all of your body into every single cell and all of your surrounding space. I just want you to take a minute and let that love just fill you up. And let it expand outside of you. And they're saying that if you're standing, go ahead and sit, because we have some powerful beings in this room. They're asking that we not only perform this healing in the records for ourselves, but that we take this healing and love and that we share it with the rest of the world. So they're telling me that some folks in here are really concerned about what's going on in the earth right now. We're concerned about the hurricanes and the people without water, food, shelter, energy, and those who don't know if their loved ones are okay. Sorry. We're feeling upset about politics and about negative things that we're seeing on social media, and we just need to just take a moment and let's just shut all that away. We are clean, we are clear, we're refreshed, we're full of love. And we're just going to imagine that our cups are so full with love from the divine and from the Mother Earth, from Father Sky. We're so full of love that we don't even need this all for ourselves. We're just bursting, we're overflowing. And let's just take anything that we're worried about, anything that's been causing us to get emotional or pick up on the energy of others, or anything that's really been in our heart that's really been making us a little sad. Let's just take that extra love that's overflowing from us and imagine that it's pushing out from our heart chakra into whatever we are worried about. And we're just going to flood that with love. So I'm going to send all of my love to all of the people suffering from flooding and hurricanes and all of that that's going on. You can direct your love wherever you want. If you have a family member or maybe a child or a situation at work that you're worried about, just send it love. Send it all your love. And we're going to say, may all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings be loved. Okay. And touch your heart again. And Jophiel wants you to carry this love with you for the rest of the day, the rest of the week. She wants you to know that you are doing important work. As you work on yourself, you fix the world around you. As you love yourself, you love the world around you. As you resolve your issues, you'll notice that others in your life start to look at their own issues and want to work on them themselves. So even if you only work on you, you are doing the work of the divine. Even if you only help yourself, you are doing the work of the divine. You came here for a purpose, and you don't have to try so hard to fulfill it. You do it just by waking up every day and going about your day, doing your best, and living and experiencing the life in the world. And as angels, we just wish that you could see us and we could see you in the way that you are meant to be seen from the divine. If we could just show you what you look like through our eyes, you would recognize how beautiful and magnificent and how powerful you are. So I want you to leave today with knowing that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. You can manifest the life of your truest desires, but it all starts with self-love and with loving others. The love you put out comes back to you 10 times, but it starts with love of self. All right. So they're telling me that there's some more messages to give, but you can go ahead and take a deep breath and open your eyes. I'm sorry, you guys, I haven't cried like that before when I was doing something. Anyone who knows me knows I have emotion problems, but that was I felt all of your good energy and like seeing everyone who has joined. Totally get it. We have some really powerful beings in here. So like I said, I never really know what's going to happen when I do a group Akashic Records reading. It's just go with the flow. One thing that's coming up is, sorry, one second. I'm trying to. So the ancestors that came through. There is so much trauma in just this group of people, just from our ancestral lines, um, mine included. Um, and if you think about it, though, like how badass were our ancestors? That's why I like to work with them, which is why my website is called Angels, Allies, and Ancestors. I get a lot of angels that come through, a lot of other deities, but I've been really getting into ancestors lately, ever since my trip to Mount Shasta. Um, our ancestors, like, can you imagine, like, so these people right now who are out of water, out of food, like they're homeless right now. Like, if that happened to me, I would probably last like a day and a half. Like, I don't know how to hunt for food. I don't know how to make a fire. I don't know how to make a shelter. You know what I mean? Like, when I think about the stuff that people had to go through, like just even to take a trip to the next town, like like you have to find somewhere to sleep and fire and how to make food. You can't just bring a bottle of water. Like, you have to like find some. Like, just think how easy we have it now when it comes to just basic survival needs and having that met. But some of us don't feel safe, and some of us don't feel like we belong in this world because of some of those feelings that are coming from the ancestors. And some of us have money issues because of some feelings that are coming from the ancestors. Like, if you think about it, there were many times where different classes really mattered in society. So you would have the poor, the peasants, right? And then you'd have the elite, or the dukes and the duchesses. And I'm really into Bridgerton, like those kind of people, right? So basically, there's things and like beef that people resent and take with them in their heart when they pass. And some of that is like a hatred for rich people, and money is evil and people who have it is evil. That's something that I really had to get over because, my ancestors, my grandma says, they were called dirt poor because they didn't have a roof or a floor in their house. It was a dirt floor. So, there was a lot of stuff I had to get over, and work out and release that wasn't mine because, it's just this like, you know, hatred of money and rich people, and so once I got rid of that, I started becoming a lot more successful and like not feeling guilty about it. That was like a big thing for me is like, there's people. I'm an IT director by day and I don't have a college degree, for example, and everyone I work with has like a master's or a doctorate. I just do good at my job, so I worked myself up. um, but I felt guilty because, my friends were in such worse positions, or even, my partners would be in such a worse position than me. And I always, was kind of the breadwinner and everything. And I had to just let that go. Like, and so what they're telling me is there's a lot of guilt in this group too about money. And they brought that up to me so that, I could relay some of that to you for some things that you could potentially work on for next steps. So, a lot of us, we want to do spiritual work because it's fulfilling, right? It gives us a sense of purpose. Like we feel like we're helping people. I don't know about you guys, but like after I have divine energy flowing through me, like is right now, because I'm in the records, I honestly even like will feel high for a couple hours, like just like a divine high, divine intoxicity, right? For like a couple hours afterwards, because it just feels so good. But what I'm hearing is, don't feel guilty about money. It's an exchange of energy for the services that you provide. Um, you will attract the clients that are meant to be attracted to you. So, one thing I'm hearing is don't make yourself small. Don't be afraid to be seen, and don't afraid to charge for your time and what you put into this and your energy. Um, if someone has a seriousness about needing your help or about working on themselves, then they will find a way to be able to meet with you. And then it'll weed out, they're telling me, all of the people who are just wasting your time, right? Hold on just a minute. So I'm also getting that this is the next couple months is going to be a month of big change. Um, they're saying that there's going to be a lot of turmoil, especially in the United States. Not only with, just the aftermaths of the natural disasters that are happening right now, but just the energy of the division is so strong right now. And, that can always happen during election time where the division just seems more divisive. So they're just saying that, at this time, we really need light workers. All of us are needed. Like we can neutralize this energy that is really heavy and tough for some people. We can help certain folks just overcome the shift in the energy that's being felt. And they're saying that it's probably going to even out towards the beginning of next year. But we are going into higher energy frequencies, and all of us are needed. So just really encouraging you all to get out there, be seen, do your best, spread your love, try so hard not to get sucked into the divisiveness, because we are all needed to kind of neutralize that. I'm just asking if there's anything more that they want me to share with you today as a group. So they said, I'm laughing because it's like a message for me, and I'm like telling you guys to do something that I don't do, which is always really funny for me. But the final message was stop working so hard. You do not have to work so hard to make things happen. That's a belief you have to let go. You do not have to work hard to be successful. You do not have to work 2 and 3 jobs to make your dreams come true. That's a belief that we need to let go. They want us all in here to focus on being more joyful, living your joy, finding things that make you happy. And I laugh because I work so much so much. And then on the weekends, it's about my kids or my family, So, like, that's for me too. Like, I need to find something that I like to do that's for me, that is joyful. Because everybody leads a little joy in their life. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Is that the line? I can't remember from that one movie. Yes, Genevieve, exchange and energy is right. Yes, Lynn. All right. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and just thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones. Thank your guides. Thank your angels. Thank the archangels. Thank you, Pachamama. Thank you, Father Sky. Thank you, Creator of all that is. Thank you for all of the allies that came through that I couldn't even speak fast enough to mention. We have so much spiritual support in this room. There's standing room only. And I want to thank everyone and everything and all of the beings of the light. We thank you for your loving transmission, for clearing our energy and our soul and bringing all of the aspects back together for us and making us, realize that we are our full essence and strong and sovereign and that we are here to spread love and light to the world. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. I humbly bow my head in gratitude as I ask that you bless each one of these people that are in this room today and let the love and light continue throughout their day. Let the protection and grounding continue throughout their day and just send them all the love and abundance and good vibes and all the good things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. All right. Who wants an oracle card reading? I'm feeling juiced up. Now, just to let you guys know, if there's a ton of people in the chat and the chat messages are rapid firing, then I might not see your request one. So don't feel embarrassed if you have to comment a couple times for me to notice your name. So all you have to say is, I would like a reading or whatever you want. I am using a master deck today, and I do casino shuffles. Look how big this sucker is. It's so big. So the reason it's a master deck is because I'm combining two of Kyle Gray's decks. One is called Ancient Prayers, and one is called Keepers of the Light. And basically, this is one of his combo packs that he recommends for people who aren't just into angels, but who are into all sorts of stuff. So I like aliens, I like Egyptian and Hindu gods, I like it all. So let's see what comes up. Just gonna see who asks first. Okay, so we have a lot, so I'm gonna do one card since we have quite a few, and then if we have time, we can circle back and do more. So let me see what the guides are asking that we read on. Okay, so we're going to do something that they're challenging you with or suggesting that you do that will help you over the next couple weeks, okay? So, Lynn, it would be my pleasure. All right, so I'm just going to set the intention that I'm drawing this card for Lynn. Thank you, angels, for revealing to Lynn what she needs to know today. Ooh. So I never can say this guy's name, so please forgive me. But this is Jawa Kul. It means Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time for happiness. So what I'm getting from you, Lynn, is your path is just so beautiful and illuminated right now. You are on the track. They have tried to get you there and you are on it. And they just are telling me take one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. We are so proud of you. You've done the work. You've helped others do the work. Like, you are the path maker. You are the way shower. You're so beautiful inside and out. Just keep taking it one step at a time. They're also telling me that you are on the right path and that you have a special ability to get others to be on their right path as well. So don't get discouraged when people don't want to join right away. I feel like there's a loved one in your life that you're a little bit worried about right now. They're just telling me it'll happen in their own time. and you know this. And it's frustrating though, because you wish you could just speed it up a little bit more for them. But everything's going to be okay. It's all in their own way. You walk your way, everyone else walks theirs, and it'll be all good. And I hope that that resonates in some sort of way. All right, let me see who's next. Carolyn, my friends. Let's see what we got for Carolyn. Sorry, this deck is so huge to shuffle. All right, what does Carolyn need to know today, angels? Ooh, Carolyn, focus your mind. So see all the different moving pieces on the card. Got a lot of stuff you want to do. Thank you for angels for helping me to focus on my priorities. So what I'm getting for you, Carolyn, is that you want to do everything and you want to help everyone, and you just every time you go somewhere you're like, oh, I could do this for that person, or I could help this person, I could send love to this person, or like you're concerned about everyone and everything, and that can be very overwhelming for somebody who's so empathic. So what they're encouraging you to do is to pick something that you're really passionate about and put your focus there. And when you are kind of out and about and you see all these things going on, they want me to remind you that it's very important for you to protect your energy before you go out in public. And I'm getting that you're surrounded by people a lot, like you're in a very peoply area and situations. So sometimes if you're going on like um oh, you're in New York. I remember now. So yeah, you are in a super peoply area. So you're going on the subway or on a train or something. Just maybe even like kind of double bubble up, because you're just so empathic, and the energy of others can really impact you. Also, that area has a lot of history and needs a lot of love and support, just to kind of rectify some of the things that have happened over time in that area, and that energy can get stuck in the land. So if you just focus all of your attention on just staying grounded and protected, and you can't heal the world, Carolyn. I know you want to, but you can ask the angels to help you with your prioritization of where you give your love and your time and your energy. All right. I hope that meant something, Carolyn. I can't see comments. I'm trying to stay at the top so I go in orders, but I will catch the comments later. And I'm just doing a quick time check. Just a few minutes. All right, Robin. What does Robin need to know today? Ooh, Robin, your angels want you to connect with music. So they're saying they are trying to inspire you through music. So you can call on them whenever you need the right song or recommendation to come your way. Also, if you're hearing songs come into your head and you haven't heard them for a while, I'm getting that Archangel Sandalphon has been trying to connect with you and use music to do so. So pay attention to those songs that just come up in your head, or something that plays on the radio over and over again, that you're like, why do I keep hearing this? Anything regarding music can be a message for you at this time. So you can take a look at what the lyrics are, or what does the song make you feel, or, it could be something silly that makes you laugh. It could just be like a, hey, hello, I'm here. But work with music to connect with your angels. And if you have some sort of meditation routine or any routine where you connect with them, maybe just adding a little bit of music in the background will help. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, next up is Shonda. Shuffling for Shonda. And when I have the records open when I'm doing this, I feel like it's extra helpful because I won't need to look at the book so much. Sometimes they will tell me of something specific, like, hey, there's a message in the book that we want you to relay. But otherwise, I still have the records open, so I'm getting messages for you too as well. So Shonda. What does Shonda need to know today? Okay, so Shonda, have you been getting any signs from heaven? they're saying that heaven is sending you reminders of people who have crossed in their presence. I don't know if you've seen, sometimes angels like to leave us little feathers, or in my area, they have those little plants where you blow on them and the little white things go everywhere. I get those sometimes. Also, if your loved ones are trying to connect, you might be thinking about them a little bit more. You might have felt them, but it feels like you're getting signs. You might be seeing multiple numbers, places, angel numbers. Just know that when you see those signs, they are just trying to connect with you, say hi, let you know you're loved and supported. Feel free to speak to your loved ones and your ancestors and your angels, and just be more aware. They're saying that they are communicating. It may not be in the way that you want, but they are, and the signs are there. Thank you, Shonda. Okay, Christy, you're up. And we got it in just a few minutes, so I'll get to as many of you as I can. What does Christy need to know today? Ooh, you got El Moira. This is a really cool energy. So awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So Christy, this energy would like to work with you, El Moira. A lot of people have said that it's a very powerful energy that you can work with on transmuting energy, and also transmuting any beliefs that you have that are not yours. Give me just a moment. They're telling me to read from the book on this one for you. Spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on your protection. El Moira is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from all dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then you can call on El Moira and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also, know that facing fears and seeing truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life's force. So, if that resonates with you, they wanted me to make sure you got that message from the book. And let me know in the comments, guys, if any of this stuff is making sense for you, and I'll get to see it later. All right, Bree. For anyone who does not know Bree, Bree is my best friend in the entire world, and I happened to meet Bree through the Akashic Records. We were in a class together, my very first Akashic Records class, and I said, I really want to make a connection with somebody in the class. Like, who should I reach out to? And they told me Bree, and we have been like thick as thieves ever since. So great to have your energy here, Bree. What does Bree need to know today? All right. Bree, your card says take a step back. So thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. So what they're telling me is that there is something that you thought that you wanted, or something that you've been trying to attract, that you really, really thought you were doing a good job at attracting, but for some reason, what you're attracting is just slightly off. So there's something in the intention that is pulling in a type of energy that is not wanted. So what they're telling me is just take a step back. Let's pause for a moment, and let's figure out how we can get this manifestation to be a little bit more serving towards us for our highest and greatest good. So they're telling me be very specific about what you want, like down to the T. Like, I want it to come with butter and syrup. I want it to come with whipped cream and cherries. Whatever it is that you need to take the step back from and really think about, just design it to the T, like you're making a patent, and then call that energy to you, and it'll work out a little bit better. There's just something we're forgetting that's kind of putting us in this repeat of like, you know, is what I'm getting. Okay. Hope that resonates. I'm going to take hopefully 2 more people before I need to hop off and let the other person set up. That's after me. So after Bree is Genevieve. Okay. What information does Genevieve need to know today? Genevieve, you have a great connection with the Divine Father at this moment, and he wants you to know that you have such incredible inner power. Don't make yourself small. Don't be afraid to show up and show out. And don't think, why me? Why am I this special? Think, why not me? You are part of the divine. You are a spark of the divine. You're always connected to the divine. It's time to make moves. You've been thinking about doing something and been nervous. Now's the time to do it. You got your sign right here. It says, Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. You are super manifestation power right now. Get your dreams out. Figure out what you want. You got the connection. Woo! I feel that one. All right, next is Kathleen, and then we're going to try to get to Mintha. So let's make this quick. All right, what does Kathleen need to know today? Ooh, Paul the Venetian. So he says, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. I also noticed this heart chakra flower going on. So encouraging you to really open your heart in order to experience all the love in the universe, but also asking you that the grace that you want others to show you, to give that grace to others. So if there's something that's frustrating with you about someone, just let them be them, let them do them. You can love them from afar. But do everything in grace, even when it comes to your own self. Treat yourself with love, treat yourself with grace. None of us are perfect. Sometimes we think we're getting there to that perfection level, or we're getting to where we're doing really well, and then we take a dip or we go backwards and we repeat a pattern and we're like, why am I doing this? It's all human stuff. We're all human. Like, give yourself grace, give yourself love, and you'll be open to all of the waves of love and inspiration that are coming your way. Hope that resonates. All right, Mintha will be the last one. I apologize. If anyone else wants to have an oracle card reading, they're super cheap, $55 on my website. I also do angel healing, body scanning, and Akashic Records readings of different lengths and purposes. So if you want to check out my website, it's on the screen, angelsalliesанdancestors.com. Don't laugh at me because I am an IT director, but I've never built a website before and it's not that great, but it'll get the point across. So, angels, what does Mintha need to know for today? Ooh. Faith, humanity, and benevolence. It says, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. So, what they're showing me is that you are such an amazing beam of light, such an amazing power in this world, and healer, and the faith that you have and that you give to others is very powerful, and they're going to keep blessing you with new abilities and opening you up even more. But the one thing that they want you to kind of clear out in order to get to the next level is actually having faith in our fellow humans, and people of the earth can be kind of hard sometimes, especially different scenarios or roles that we play in life can add to that kind of feeling of not having faith in humanity or others. And they say that you do overall, but there's just sometimes where you get a little discouraged, like, how could you even do this or think this way or whatever. So proud of you is a big sensation that I'm getting. Your ancestors are super proud of you. They feel super connected with you. And they want you to just kind of let go of some of the stuff that's coming from them when it comes to having faith. And they're saying that you have far surpassed all of the expectations that they had for you, and they're just so happy you're bringing your whole ancestral line into healing with everything that you do. And it's very overwhelming, the love that I'm feeling that's coming through for you. So I hope that resonates as well. Okay, I wish I had more time. Like I said, if you want to contact me, you can go to my website. I'll also put my email address if you're not really into websites into the chat. And I hope you all have a wonderful Love Fest. This has been amazing. Thank you for playing with me this morning. I wish you all the best. Bye, everyone. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love.